So as you can see, I mean, the point that I'm trying to make here is that these programs are free. There are programs like them. There are these programs that exist in the community at little to no cost to the parent or the adult or, even to the youth who are involved in them. Oftentimes we talk about these kinds of programs or these kinds of opportunities, and they cost exorbitant amount of money to be involved in. And here we have countless opportunities for young people, just as you guys are talking about, and this is just a small cross section of young people, obviously, but every one of them have spoken about things that they see are positive in their communities, that are free of charge to them, and that are making significant impacts in our lives. So in talking about these positive things, let's switch over a little bit and talk about what we want to see change in the community. What are some of the changes that you want to see happen in the East Bay or in the neighborhoods that you live in? And can we take down this mic?
One thing that I want to see change is the negative influence that the community offers to our youth and stuff like that, because we have to understand that the youth is the future to the next generation, and a lot of times the youth aren't really getting a chance to really grow up and venture out and do stuff because our minds are being conditioned into thinking a certain way, thinking that the first thought that comes up is, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. So you always speaking that type of, speaking that voice out into the world and stuff like that. So I definitely want to say that one thing that I really want to see change is the educational system with the youth. I feel like a lot of kids isn't taking the education serious. I attend Laney College, and a lot of people at the school, it just feels like a big high school. And with that being said, it's like I've seen countless programs or countless people speak about scholarships and how it's offering more money and more scholarships, and no one is taking advantage of getting any scholarships or taking advantage and stepping forward to go through the process of getting scholarships. So I think a lot of people are demoralized and more discouraged into even moving forward because our minds been conditioned into thinking a certain way, and as well as a lot of black folks being in prison and stuff like that is kind of making other black folks feel as if they don't have any hope, or they can't get a job, or they can't do this, or they can't do that. So they tend to just stand on corners and just do the same stuff in monotonous ways. So I just want to see one of that change in the community, with a lot of black folks being on corners and the educational system.
Okay, so let's direct the conversation in that direction a little bit, because you're talking about an energy or an air, more or less, of demoralization and apathy.
Yeah.
So how do we offer solutions and suggestions to change that energy in the community?
I definitely think that.
Let's pass it on. I think Eric popped his hand up, and I know you've got great answers. Everybody does. But.
I think a place to start is by
really getting that mic there.
By like changing the media focus on all the negative things in Oakland, because what I think it does is it creates a mindset that people from Oakland, or people that are from neighborhoods that aren't known for positive things, they think that they're supposed to stay that way, and they're not supposed to change. So if the media redirects to the positive things that are going on in those neighborhoods, it may change their mindset and what goes on and how they act and how they present themselves to the media.
Let me ask you a question. What is the media?
The media is the news, the newspapers, anything that says somebody died, this person did this person robbed the bank, this person took an old lady's purse. Well, they're not talking about like the Oakland Youth Commission. They're trying to lower the price of the bus passes. They're trying to expose youth to more positive things. They're not talking about that stuff. They're talking about all the killings and all the violence that is going on in Oakland or the Bay Area.
Holla. So good news in Oakland. All right, so changing the media, and as you can see, we've got some people here. Half of that is about empowerment and making sure that we are focusing on the outlets that are highlighting and telling our stories in a real kind of way. How about you, LaWanda? You were going to say something about changing that energy?
Yeah, so some of the challenges that I personally perceive to a lot of the work that I've done is particularly, even though youth have kind of created their own pockets of action, and then there have been a lot of organizations, a lot of youth centers that are doing a lot of things, I still see the need for like increased ways for youth to lead conversations, and not just in a token way, but as having youth as partners. And really considering them partners. And I really think that, you know, the way we transition to this panel is really reflective of the type of respect and type of leadership we're able to place upon you. It took us a long time to settle down, you know, and I think that as I personally choose on a day-to-day to respect people that are older than me, as it is very cultural for me, I think that it's equally as important to place the same type of respect on youth, because it really empowers them to do better. So if you're not respecting young people and their minds and their opinions, then what are they going to do? What are they going to do with that? It places a sense of like helplessness, and we really need a lot of help with that and a lot of support with that. Building on that, I think that one of the ways to do that is to help a lot of these organizations that you're hearing about with resources, and it could be time, it could be money. But it could also be a service that maybe you own a business, or maybe you have access to simple things like copying things. These are all resources that you can reach out and extend a hand and say, I have a resource, do you need it? As simple as that. And then it'll be on us to say, yes, our organization needs this. It's something that I personally can use for this project that I'm working on. And I think that that's something where adults can really step in and say, you know, we're extending this to you. So that's something that I foresee the challenges that I think that we can all work on together.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So one of the other things that we talked about as challenges before, and I'd like to just kind of stoke the fires of this conversation, were about all these organizations that exist, and I'm sure many of them are represented in this room, and all these help places that exist, but a lack of or problems with outreaching to the community that they really want to affect. And I think we find that that's an issue on the youth end, and I think the organizations also find that it's an issue bringing in the kind of populations that they want to bring in consistently, knowing that they exist but not knowing exactly how to get to them. So it seems that one of the issues with these programs and these things that exist is the connection, actually making the connection. So how about talking a little bit about how to make real connections between adult and youth and organizations and young people?
I think that if you're trying to connect with the youth, meet them on their level. If we're on Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, all that stuff, you guys need to be out there too. Not specifically like trying to hunt on you guys, like, but seriously, that's how you attract our attention. Okay, well, this program is on Facebook. Oh, my BlackBerry's right here. Okay, Facebook. That's how you get their attention. You want them to come to events, post it on your Facebook. That's where that's where we are. So that's the best place, I think.
Cool. So outreaching, connecting. Go ahead, Eric.
I think it starts with just the adults coming to the youth, telling them that they actually care about what the youth think, because like most of the time, like you said, the adults they're talking all the time like this is that, this is what the youth want, but the adults, no offense to you guys, but the adults don't know what the youth want. The youth know what the youth want. So once the youth actually hear you guys ask, so what do you guys want in you guys' community? What do you guys want to learn about in school? What programs do you guys want? They feel empowered, and they don't feel shy. They don't feel discomforted when they're talking. They don't feel nervous when they're asking you a question. They feel like they can talk to you guys about anything. So once you guys break that barrier of trying to control the situation that's going on with the youth, let the youth control the situation that's going on with the youth.
Absolutely. Thank you, Eric. And what